Our alarm clock is not about waking up. We outfit your greatest gear. You catch dinner before most get out of bed. West Marine, for your life on the water.
Hey, this is Captain Scott walking into Blue TV. I'll take a few minutes today to show you how we set up for deep dropping for snappers, swordfish, and anything else delicious on the bottom. You can't get to the bottom without a quality electric reel. Our friends at Shimano make a super reel, fast, powerful, the Beastmaster 9000. You can get these at almost any tackle shop in America and match it with a nice 5.5, 6 foot soft tip pole, and you're actually set up to start fishing for anything on the bottom. This is powerful enough to catch a 300-pound swordfish and has enough finesse to catch anything off the bottom, from snowy groupers to warsaws to queen snappers, golden tiles, anything that's out there on the bottom. This reel is going to be able to catch it for you, and it's going to be a pleasure, not a chore. Our typical setup in the Keys is a 4 or 5 hooks, 3-way setup. The main line being anywhere from 300 to 150 pound test, depending on the mood of the fish of the day. Our go-to rig is 300-pound main line with 5 130-pound droppers. This is a homemade rig that I use. It's 5 3-ways, a snap swivel, and a loop. We use lights in the Keys for everything we drop for. You don't have to have a light, but it seems to excite more bites for me, so I use a light when I'm fishing in the deep. But it's just a matter of attaching it to a snap swivel so you can take it on or off every other drift and then keep notes and see which works best for you. To get to the bottom 600 to 1,000 feet, you're going to need some lead. West Marine, it carries all the stick leads from 4 pounds to 12. You should have at least 3 of every one on your boat, whether you use them or not. If you don't have them and you need them, and you're 20 miles from land, then you're going to wish you had them. So pre-buy 3 different sticks of every weight, and then experiment with the tide for the day, the wind for the day, what it's going to keep you straight up and down. You don't want to be scoped out more than 45 degrees when you're fishing for anything straight up and down. So again, we'll generally start with 6 pounds and then either drop it lower or higher depending on the wind and the tide. This is my queen snapper rig and my golden snapper rig. This is what I use every day. But if I didn't have time to pre-make it, there are varieties of choices at West Marine of different kinds of deep drop rigs. This is a glow squid rig where you can add bait to it or just go with it, just the squid alone. I've caught lots of fish with just these little rubber squids with no bait on them. But if you want to put a little strip or actually throw another squid on there, they're twice as effective. And again, these are on 400 pound, and this is a 5 hook rig. Pretty much between 4 and 5 hook rigs is what you'll be looking for. So, I mean, to review, it's just a matter of getting a quality electric reel to get your baits up and down from the bottom. And then after that, the only thing you have left is what line you want to put on them. Well, back in the day, mono was all we had, and we lost a lot of fish because the stretch is terrible. But now with our partners, Shimano, and their Power Pro, this is their new Depth Hunter Offshore. It's marked at every 100 feet with a different color, solid color. So besides the counter on your electric, you can actually get an idea by watching the different color bolts go off, track actually how much line you have out. In 700 feet, if you have 900 feet out, obviously you got 200 foot of line that's bowed up in the current. And the more bow you have, the less you'll be able to feel the bite. But this braid is super tough and super skinny. You can get a lot on here. I don't like to use 80 on these Beastmasters because if I decide to go sword fishing and I get over 1,200 feet, I might not have enough. So I use 65 pound for everything. 65 guarantees I can fish out to 2,000 feet and still have enough line on the reel to fight a fish. I'm in Ocean City, Maryland right now. We just finished shooting a couple episodes of Into the Blue where we were targeting golden tiles. And this is the exact setup I used without the lights. Golden tiles don't like light so much. We learned that the hard way, but once we learned it, we started really racking up the numbers. We caught some fish up to almost 45 pounds this week.
Little drop on the way home, buddy?
Well, I got some good recon. There might be a golden tile here, about as big as you've ever seen.
They're good eating too.
Yeah, we know we're gonna have some weather coming. You might as well check it out.
Heck yeah.
All right, I know which way we're drifting, so let's go get set up.
You know why I came to Maryland?
to catch a 50-pound golden tile.
Eat blue crabs and eat golden tile.
All right. Let's set up for a drift.
Are you kidding me?
Pulling her out of the mud.
Get her out of the mud. Yeah. They count too, right? Just said fish, right?
No. We said
Yeah, you
golden.
said fish.
No.
Right, Scott?
You're up by 2.
Steve had half a squid left. Our drift just changed. Oh, that's a fatty. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Oh, God.
There you go.
Oh, God. Oh, my God. See what I did?
On a gaff, Scott? No? Got it?
There's one we're after.
Nice job, Steve.
Oh, I think I got you, Davey. I got no time to be posing. There's money on the line.
So up here in Ocean City, we were fishing for golden tiles from between 600 and 900 feet. We used less than half the spool to get to the bottom. We were able to use 5 and 6 pound leads to feel the bites. We did take the lights off. All we needed to use was 1 5-pound box of squid, and that filled our cooler. So if you're going to go deep dropping, you want to make sure you have squid of either 1 pound, 5 pound boxes, and cut bait works well, but I think squid's the best bet. If you are planning on going and deep dropping, make sure you have plenty of squid for the day. It's not as simple as just taking the squid and jamming it on the hook. You don't want it to look like just a big goober on the hook. So just take a few extra seconds, start the circle hook in the top of the squid and roll it out about 1 inch away, then turn the whole hook and bring it back into the bait one more time. So it actually sits on there fairly straight. And that way when it's dancing on the bottom, it's actually looking like a live squid and not just a piece of bait on a hook. So again, come in through the top, roll it out, pull the hook through, and then put the hook right back in the center, and it'll make a nice clean presentation, and you'll get more bites. Catching the fish is actually the easy part, but the presentation's everything. You don't want to just hit the bottom and lock it up and then start talking to your buddies and listen to the radio. You actually want to work the rod, put it in free spool till you feel the lead clink on the bottom, and then actually just leave it lay there. And imagine the whole rig laying on the bottom for a few seconds for the tide drags it back up again. And then you want to just keep doing that process over and over and over again until you probably stretch out another 500 or 600 feet of line. But before that usually happens, you're going to start feeling a little tap tap, and you'll either see it on the rod tip or you're going to feel it with your fingers if you're feathering it out. And as soon as you feel a tap, you want to actually engage the drag and try to hook them with a circle hook. And if you feel fortunate enough that you want to try it for another one, put it back in free spool for another few minutes and try to hook a second one. But that's totally up to you. As soon as you have your first one on, you can bring it up and do it again. But if you want to do that from 900 feet all day long, or you want to try to get greedy and go for 2, that's a personal choice. So my go-to choice is the Beastmaster 9000 and the 65-pound Power Pro Depth Hunter. So again, all of these things you see on the boat can be purchased at West Marine. And if you have any more questions, just talk to your West Marine associate. They're very well versed in all the tackle that they sell, and they're usually going to find somebody who's local to the area to give you a little more insight for what you're trying to catch.